Okay, I'm getting some more subscribers with my YouTube channel, so let's put some more content on there so people have something to watch.
That is trespassing. Yeah.
Here we got Jason Gutter Trash.
Loitering in front of our building.
Oh, I'm not loitering.
You are. I'm gonna call the cops if you don't leave.
Yeah, you are loitering, and you're bothering people, and you're creating a disturbance. Yes, you are. You are a liar. But most First Amendment frauditors are exactly that, liars.
Do you know the definition of loitering?
Yep.
When you stand in front of the store.
Standing in front of the store, hanging out without a purpose.
Or for a nefarious purpose, like looking to rob people or steal something, or casing a joint out to burglarize it. Filming, yes. Are you going to burglarize the place later on? Well, it's a good question.
You're a little fire starter, aren't you? Yeah, and you're proud of yourself. That's good. Yeah. Maybe you'll be part of the whole solution.
Put me down for that too.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Give her your ID.
I did?
Yeah, good. Very good. Some love freedom, some can't stand it, huh?
I got your picture already. I turned it in.
Oh, well, you can go home and play with yourself looking at it.
Okay, that is sexual solicitation, guys. Yeah, and there's another thing that you ought to be aware of. People say, well, that's assault, he assaulted me. No, let's talk about battery. Battery is unwanted touching. Assault is the threat of battery. And what he just did there will qualify as sexual solicitation and even could qualify as sexual assault, even though he didn't touch her, at least not that I know of. But the fact is, we got a crime there. And what he said is solicitation, and it's sexual. So, yeah, he's, he shouldn't be there. And, yes, we've got some crimes in progress. But let's see what else he lies about. Now,
and just to be clear...
Hey, guys.
Yes, sir.
You can film out in the parking lot, but you got to get off our property.
Why's that?
Because you're bothering the customer.
No, I'm purposely staying 20 feet back from the door, not bothering anybody.
We don't care.
Yeah, you are bothering people, including sexual solicitation. And let's talk about another thing. We have private property, we have public property, and then we have another thing called government property. And even though the state owns some of this thing, and there's a joint operation, and there's a private business enterprise, yada, 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 we are on government property. And yes, you can be trespassed from it. And you can be trespassed from a public school that you have no business being at, too. That, too, is government property.
What your purpose is, it's not a purpose that we recognize.
You don't care? Say that again. I couldn't hear you with that truck going by.
I said, we don't. You affiliated with what?
Well, no, what did you say? I didn't hear what you
I said,
said.
we don't really care what your purpose is.
You don't care what my purpose is?
No.
Okay.
So you can film from out in the parking lot, but not on our property. That's still on our property.
Whose property is this?
What?
Whose property is this?
The state's.
Right. Which makes it public property.
No, it makes it government property. Obviously, you've never been to law school.
Sure it is.
Like I said.
What I'm doing is I'm an investigative journalist, and I'm...
Okay, you're a liar. You're not a journalist. You're just trying to kick up some dirt. By the way, police departments, or actually not just police departments, patrons or these other people that are being bothered, you can petition a judge to take warrants out on this guy. And you'll notice why I say that, because he's going to threaten to sue. Since he's going to be suing people, may as well stack up some charges. You probably won't win them all, but you'll probably win a lot of them.
I'm working on a story.
Let me see your credentials.
Well, I don't really care what your purpose is, and I'm not interested in having the conversation.
If you don't show your credentials, we're going to call the cops.
You can call whoever you want to call. That's up to you.
You don't have credentials. That's why you don't show them.
Let's see your
Because you're a liar.
Cops are right here. Cops are right here.
Now, I understand this guy's traveling all over the country bothering people.
So we have Coeur d'Alene vehicle K27, plate P1594.
What's up, guys?
How we doing?
What are you guys up to?
Can I just ask name and badge number so I know who I'm talking to?
My name is Officer Kayafa.
Kayafa.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Would you like these gentlemen to leave here?
Pardon me?
Would you like them? Are they good here or do you want them to leave?
We don't want them to leave. They're standing here to film the customers for...
We do want them to leave.
Sure. So you want them to trespass?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Well, nobody. First of all,
Do you have ID on you?
First of all, let me have a conversation with you. I was not
Sure.
asked.
Right, can I get a cover?
I was not asked to leave.
Okay.
Okay.
You were told to leave.
Okay. I'm standing out here on public property. Okay, this is not private property.
I understand, but he doesn't want you in the liquor store, so you could stay in the parking lot.
It's not private property, it's government property, and yeah, they want you to leave, obviously.
You can't go on the side.
I didn't. I'm standing 20 feet back
You
from
have
the
ID on
door.
you?
So, of course I have ID on me.
I have to trespass you, so I need to formally
Well,
get your ID.
what are you trespassing me for? I didn't commit a crime.
I have to put it in our system, so I have to ID you.
No, that's not the way it works.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the way it works. And by the way, you don't necessarily have to commit a crime. Well, you've already committed a crime, so that's a moot point.
You can call a supervisor. It's not the way it
Okay.
works. I'm standing.
Dude, I
listen,
don't want to get arrested for disorderly or anything.
There's no disorderly. I'm having
There is disorderly, and you're impeding a police investigation.
a
have
simple
ID on you?
conversation with you. Listen to me. Okay, I'm
totally
standing.
have
I'm standing on public property.
understand.
Okay, and I'm not breaking the law.
But they want you trespass from their store, so I
They,
need to
they,
ID
they can
you.
only have me trust. I didn't own the store. And a matter of fact, where's their property line? Where's the property line? As far as I'm concerned, I'm not on their property anymore. I'm here
Well,
talking
you
to
were.
you.
Right, and I saw you.
Right,
when
so, well, if I left,
So-
I left.
I know. So I need to. They want you formally trespass. So I need your identification.
I'm not going to get formally trespassed from somewhere I have a right to be. If you're asking me to...
You don't have a right to be there, and you're interfering with people, and you're bothering people, and you're up to no good. And yes, you're loitering. So, no, you don't have a right to be there.
leave under threat of arrest, then I will leave. But I'm not going to be trespassed from somewhere I have a right to be.
They are trespassing you, so I need to get your
They
identification.
can't trespass me. There's no
Okay.
lawful basis to trespass me.
It's a private property. They are allowed.
It's not a
to
private
trespass.
property. It's owned by the state.
Okay. Do you have ID on you, or you're just going to do the same thing that he's doing?
I don't have idea. I'd like to speak to a supervisor, actually.
I want to speak to your desk sergeant
I'm
now.
taking pictures out in public. You're going to try to trespass somebody and arrest somebody for taking pictures in public? I wouldn't do that if I was you. It's not a good idea.
But you're not her.
And a matter of fact, we're not even on their property.
Did you need anything from me?
I'm going to get your name, yeah, so you're Frank.
Frank
Yeah,
Williamson?
when they were in front of your property.
Yes, sir. And they said they're investigative journalists.
That's fine.
I said, let me...
I told them what I'm doing. I said I'm working on a story.
You told him you were a journalist.
Perfectly legal.
It is?
Of
No.
course it is. I'm in public.
I could do that.
They could do that.
Yep.
But they don't have to do it on our
No,
property, right?
right. You don't.
I'm not on your property any longer, am I?
I'm gonna
Yeah, you're on state property. Yeah.
figure it out.
Frank, can I ask you where the property line is?
What's your last name?
Ryerson. R-Y-A-S-O-N.
Mr.
You
Ryerson,
should
can
have
you
gotten
tell me
away
where
from the
property
camera
line
for
is?
that.
No,
Well, then how am I supposed to leave your property if I don't know where it is?
I said you can go out in the middle of the parking lot.
I'm
This is still our...
I'm right in front of this building.
Yes,
Your store?
yes.
That's not the way it works. I want a supervisor.
Of course you want a
You're not gonna trespass
supervisor.
me for perfectly lawful, constitutionally protected activity. Otherwise, you're going to be facing a very serious lawsuit, and I don't want to...
Okay, he's going to threaten him with a lawsuit. Now, remember, just because she let him go, she can still take out a warrant on him, okay? She's going to get his information eventually. Yeah, you can still stack up charges even though he's not in custody, okay? And since he's threatened you with a lawsuit, I mean, I just tell you this, somebody threatens me with a lawsuit when I was a Leo, I just start stacking them up, and we have a book. Every policeman has a book, basically with all the state statutes, and we just be going through that thing all the time. Apparently, they don't do that anymore.
do that either. That's not funny.
It's not funny.
You just threaten to arrest me.
I didn't threaten
You got to
anything.
think, you got a lot of serious.
She
things
did
going
not
on
threaten
right
you
now,
with
and you're
arrest.
threatening me
I need
with
your ID.
arrest for taking
I
pictures
need your
in
ID so I
public.
She's
can
trying
formally
not to
charge
arrest
them
you.
as your trespassing.
That's not the way it works. I'm not going to formally.
Isn't that the way it works? No, you're full of it, dude.
He asked me, when you pulled up, what was I doing? I was walking off of the property, correct? I was walking up to your car. I was walking.
These cops are going through a lot of trouble not to arrest a person. Start arresting these frauditors. I mean, it'd be easier just to arrest them.
Off the property, correct. So he asked me to leave and I left.
No, you
End of
didn't.
story. I'm not going to be trespassing.
You did not leave.
That's unreasonable.
Liar.
And unlawful. Are you going to get a supervisor for me?
I'm getting whoever's coming down.
Okay. And I wish we could have had a more cordial conversation.
No, you don't.
Interested in that.
Liar.
I've asked you for your ID several times. I'm being very.
Is that a lawful request?
It
Yeah.
is a lawful request.
How do you feel that's a lawful request? It's really not.
Because of private, they're
It's not a private business.
They're
Okay, I used to be a Leo at one time, and let me tell you, arguing with perpetrators, no. That is a waste of time. Shouldn't do it. Bad practice. Inexperienced cop.
business wants to trespass you. I have to get your.
I already left.
Okay.
They
but
can't trust.
I have to identify you at first. So
No, that's not the way it works. You're not getting my ID, so get a supervisor down here. That's not the way it's happening. I asked you what your name and badge number was. You gave me your name, you didn't tell me your badge
We don't
number.
have bad numbers. We have call numbers.
What's your call number? What is it?
Okay, you don't have to give that information on demand. You can put it on the arrest affidavit. Okay. Yeah, I don't understand why she's waiting so long to do this. I got to tell you, when I was a Leo, we would have arrested the guy right then and there. And we'd arrest his son as an accomplice. And believe you me, if you look at the statutes, there's tons of them. People are breaking the law, they don't even realize it.
K48.
K48, okay, very good. It's not K27? No? You realize this is state-owned property and it's a state-owned business.
Yeah,
right?
we know that, jackass.
Am I being detained right now?
Nope. Actually, you are. Yeah, you are
You're
detained.
not giving me your ID.
So I'm being detained.
Right now, you're not free to leave. No.
I'm not free to leave. Okay. Very good. So if you're gonna, are you threatening me with arrest if I don't give you my ID?
No, she's not.
If you're giving me a threat of arrest and you want my ID,
I need to identify you. Yes.
so under threat of arrest, are
No,
you?
I just need your ID.
She
Well,
did
if you're
not
gonna-
try
if
to
you're not
arrest
threatening
you.
arrest, then I'm not going to give you my ID. If you're telling me you're going to arrest me if I don't give it to you, I'll
I
give it to
said-
you under duress. That's up to you. I know exactly what I'm doing and I know what the law is, and you
That's
need to
totally
educate
fine.
yourself before you
And
make a big mistake for the court.
No, you
use
don't.
my cover to come here before I do anything. Okay.
Well, I'm telling you, if you want my ID under threat of arrest, I will happily give it to you.
Well, you denied that, so.
No, I didn't deny anything.
Yeah, you
I'm telling
did.
you, I'll give it to you. You're just creating it. You're just trying. You're on an ego power trip.
Is there no limit to the way this guy Jason Gutter Trash is always lying? He lies constantly. And this is an old man. This guy is like in his 50s. Okay? I wouldn't let a 3-year-old lie like that.
Trying to make a scene out of something that doesn't exist.
I told you exactly how it works. I need to put you in our system that you are trespassed from the liquor store.
And what happens if I don't give you my ID? That's a reasonable
You're
question.
resisting.
So that's an arrestable offense.
It is an arrestable.
And would you arrest me for that?
I am waiting for a cover right now. I'm not going to argue with you.
I'm telling you, I will give you my ID if you're.
No, you won't.
I'm not going to talk to you when you're arguing with me.
I'm trying to tell you that if you want my ID and you're telling me you're going to arrest me, I will give you my ID.
No, you won't.
That's not arguing.
You've already
That's
refused.
offering to comply
And you are
with the
arguing.
demand, but you're obviously looking for a problem.
Blah, 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 blah.
And I'm not trying to give you one. I'm just trying to be a free individual.
Liar,
standing up for my
liar,
rights, and I know
liar.
what my rights
The
are.
business wants you trespassed. And I
Okay.
know who I'm speaking to, so I can formally do that in our system.
Well, that's what I'm asking you. So if I don't give you my ID, are you going to arrest me?
I need your ID, please.
I'm still
This
asking
guy
you,
is
if you don't,
arguing.
what will happen? If I don't give it to you, what's going to happen?
Dude, I told you right now, that's what I'm asking you to do. They want you formally trespassed from their store. They...
How are you?
Howdy.
Good. How are we doing?
Pretty good.
Good. Can I just ask
No,
name
you're
and badge
talking
number
to
so I know
her.
I'm speaking to?
You're talking to her.
Okay.
Okay, now that is a very good move by a supervisor. Basically, the way it's supposed to work, and this is the way they used to teach it at the police academy, the first officer on the scene is the scene commander. Okay? And this guy comes up and he backs her up. That in itself is a good move. However, negotiating with perpetrators, that is not a good move.
Can I
Well,
have your
she's
ID?
refused to answer my
You're
question.
talking to her.
Can I please have your ID?
I will give you my ID if you're threatening me with arrest.
I told you exactly what's happening. If you cannot do it, it's a resisting charge. Can I
Okay,
please have
well, if
your
you're
ID?
telling me, so you're telling me you're going to arrest me if I don't give you my ID,
Yeah,
correct?
she's telling you she doesn't want to charge you with trespassing and obstructing.
So if I
but
don't
they
give
want
you my ID,
trespass.
I will be arrested.
You will.
You just earned yourself a lawsuit. Happy day. Good for you.
Because I don't think you understand
There you
the
go.
law.
Oh, I understand the law very well. You don't.
Okay, he's from Colorado. He's presently in Idaho. Yeah, go ahead and file a lawsuit. I'm sure the lawyer will be more than happy to take your money. Even if you get a settlement, that lawyer's going to take the lion's share, okay? Crossing state lines is going to make the lawsuit a little more difficult.
So listen, they want you trespass,
I
right?
just gave her my ID. End
Well,
of
no,
story.
listen, they want you trespass, right?
They have no lawful reason to ask me to be trespassed.
But they do. It's their business.
There's no
right?
lawful reason. This is state property.
It's
I'm
their-
standing here taking pictures. You're going to arrest me for taking photographs in public?
No, listen,
Yes.
it's their business, right? So they want you trespass, meaning you can't come in.
Well, it's fine.
right?
Trespass me. You just earned yourself a lawsuit.
No, they want you trespass.
No, you're
right?
you guys are the ones demanding my ID under threat of arrest. So
Well,
now,
we
now I'm going to sue you.
facilitate it, right?
Well, now I'm going to
So-
sue you. You just facilitated a lawsuit against Coeur d'Alene. And I'm going to win. And that's the way that goes. And I'm going to...
No, I don't think you will win. You might get a settlement because it's cheaper to settle than it is to pay a lawyer and win. Court costs are high.
name you personally, and I'm informing you right now that you're violating my rights.
Okay.
And I'm also informing you that you're violating my rights.
And what's
So
your
you're aware of that.
11, 12.
You just
I don't
violated my
think you
Fourth
understand
Amendment
the
rights.
rights
Oh, I
as
understand.
the business,
You
right?
don't know who I am. This is not a business. This is a public. This is a
That liquor store is not a business. Again, liar.
public entity.
So
The
you're
state
saying
owns
they don't
this
have the
business.
right to kick out people who are
Only
being
if I'm
disruptive?
violating the law. I was not being disruptive.
You were violating the law. You are being disruptive. You're being belligerent. Or yada, yada, yada.
I was standing 20, 30 feet away from the doorway.
Well, I don't
minding
know
my
what you were
business.
doing, but
Right.
they want you
So why
trespassing.
would you accuse me of being disruptive if you don't know what I was doing?
Because-
It's all on two cameras.
Because they want you trespass,
Well,
right?
they could want me sent
So-
to Mars. You're going to do that too? You have to follow the law, buddy. That's the way it works. Can I get a supervisor, please? I've asked 15 times. Or do I have to call 911 myself?
Do it.
You're not going to get a supervisor?
She's already called for one.
Okay.
Last night, please.
How we doing, bud?
Not too bad, how are you?
Oh, pretty lousy right now. Yeah.
You caused it. Personal information audio removed. Yeah.
I didn't know it was against the law. to take
Bin
pictures
gutter
in public
trash.
in Coeur d'Alene.
Or pig pen.
Didn't say it was, I just got here, so.
Yeah. Nobody knows much, huh?
Same last name, first of Benjamin. I-N for last.
Personal information audio. Benjamin Gutterman?
This is what you do to people that take pictures in public in Coeur d'Alene.
Listen, the business wants you trespass,
It
right?
doesn't matter.
It does.
This is
So,
public property.
if you
Do you
had a
understand that this is public? If I had a business, it would be private property. This is public property. You're making a mistake. You could smile and smirk all you want.
No, so listen, so let's say if you had a business, right?
It would be a private business, correct?
Open to the public, right?
No, it would be open to whoever I allow into my private business.
Okay, so what if
That's not the way it works. Private property and public property is a different story. Completely different story.
As is government property.
Completely different set of rules. The
Blah,
only
blah,
way you
blah,
could
blah,
trespass
blah.
me- The only way you could trespass me off of public property
Blah,
is if
blah,
I've
blah,
committed
blah,
a
blah.
crime. You cannot trespass someone from public property when they have committed no crime.
Yes,
That's
you
the way
can.
that works. You're going to learn the law today. You're making a mistake.
So,
And I tried to be civil with her.
No, you're
I tried
not.
to have a conversation. She's
Nope.
just running her little ego trip, and that's what she wants to do because she feels like she's got a gun and a badge and she can order people around.
She's had
This
no
is
ego.
not the way the world works. This is not the way the Constitution of the United States works. You people swore an oath to the Constitution, and you swore an oath to protect my rights, and now you've just violated my First Amendment right and my Fourth Amendment right. And you're going to learn
No,
that
they-
from a judge in court. I have very good attorneys,
So-
and you have no idea who you're messing with. No idea.
so you go places looking for a lawsuit. That's
No, I go places looking
Yeah, he goes places looking for a lawsuit. Exactly.
to take photographs and video.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's a
on
state,
public property.
it's a state-owned liquor store.
That's correct.
And
Yep.
if somebody's being, let's say to somebody,
I was not being disruptive.
Okay, but
Where's your proof I was being disruptive? You don't have any.
let's
You have
say-
no lawful reason to ask for my ID. You
let's
made a
say
mistake.
Somebody's
You
being
made a
disruptive.
mistake.
No, can you follow my question?
Your logic is flawed. You made a mistake.
So let's say somebody goes in there and they're being super belligerent. I'm
I
not
didn't
saying
go
that's
in
what
there.
you did.
I don't know. Let's talk about reality, not subjective possibilities.
Well, I'm going to run the scenario by you. Tell me what you
No,
think.
why don't you run the proper scenario by
And
me,
then
which is
I'll
what
talk
happened. Why don't
to
you run
you.
the scenario that I'm standing 20, 30 feet away from the door, not talking to anybody, minding my own business, taking video
Cops, you're going through a lot of trouble not to make an arrest.
on public property, and you're going to trespass me for that. You fucked up. I'm sorry. That's a mistake, and you're going to learn that today. And it's going to cost you. You're going to lose your qualified immunity because you're aware that you're violating my...
Okay, you just threatened some policemen, okay? You threatened 2 of them. You're going to lose your qualified immunity. Okay, those are threats, and believe it or not, it is illegal to threaten a policeman, even if it's a minor one.
my constitutional rights. That's the way this game works.
No,
Yes,
not.
yes.
I'm trying to explain
Here
to
you go,
you
Thank you.
what I'm trying to give you a scenario.
You're
Tell
giving me
what
a
you
scenario
think,
that doesn't exist.
and then let's talk about your
All right,
scenario.
I'll hear you out. Go ahead.
Okay.
What's your scenario?
So somebody goes
now that
in
you've
there-
just violated my rights, what's your scenario?
Somebody goes in there being super belligerent. The manager says, "I want you trespassed."
Yes, they're
Do
being
they-
super
can they do
belligerent.
that?
They violated the law. They've caused a public disturbance.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So they
Yep.
could.
If I stand outside, minding my own business, not talking to anybody, taking pictures,
So in your
that's not
scenario,
the same
you
story.
were on the sidewalk
That's correct.
taking
on public,
video.
on public property.
taking video of
On-
people coming
on public
Okay.
property.
State-
Constitutionally
state property.
protected activity. State property is public property. That's correct.
No. State property is government property.
And you're taking video of people coming in and out.
Absolutely.
And some guy comes out and says, "What are you doing?" And
I
you
know.
say, I'm just videotaping
Well,
things.
somebody asked me what I was doing, and I said I'm in the middle of what I'm doing. I would rather not have a discussion. Thank you.
Okay.
That's exactly what I said.
And then he said he wants you off
And then
the
he got in his car
sidewalk.
and left. No, this guy came. No. You're talking about 6 different things. You're making a mistake, and I would remedy it as quickly as possible if I was you.
All right.
Seriously, and I'm not trying to give you a hard time there, Ziegler.
Yeah, you are.
I was just-
What I'm trying to explain to
saying.
you is that you cannot trespass somebody from public property, which this is, unless they have committed a crime.
Okay, this guy
That's
is a
the
liar.
law, whether you want to accept that or not. And I asked this officer to check with the supervisor and verify what she was doing before she did it. She threatened me with arrest if I didn't give her my driver's license and identify myself.
No, she didn't threaten
There
you.
was no lawful basis for that since I did not commit a crime and I did nothing wrong. So you have now violated 2 of my constitutional rights. And that's a major lawsuit.
If the manager wants you trespassed,
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
What if he wanted me trespassed because I have a mustard-colored shirt on? Is that you're going to trespass me for that? He doesn't like me taking pictures on public property, so you're going to trespass me for that. Makes no sense. And it's starting to sink into your brain. I can see it. You know I'm right.
Well,
And we should have had this conversation a little more calmly and more civilly when you first got here.
No
Because I
way.
would have been happy to talk it out with you.
No
But
way.
now
I
what
would
you've
have been
done is
interested to hear what you
you
said.
violated my rights. You
Well-
people,
No.
under color of law,
We-
have just violated my rights. You
Wrong.
didn't. I learned
We
that.
did.
Well, I know you don't believe that. Otherwise, you wouldn't be making a stupid mistake.
So normally, yeah, we just don't. I know you think we do. We run around.
No, I
violating
don't
everyone's
think. I know.
rights. That's what
How
we
do you know I'm not an attorney?
Because you're an idiot. Okay, attorney Jason Guttertrash, name the law school you went to. Name your legal mentor when you went to law school, okay? One of the first things they teach, they teach you about private property. They also teach you about government property, and they teach you about public property. And they teach, no. You're too stupid. You're a liar. No, you did not go to law school. You are not an attorney.
With many, many years of experience of doing what I'm doing, how do you know?
No, you're not a lawyer, and you're a liar, and no, you don't have all that experience.
That?
I don't.
Right, you don't know anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I do know that. Because the way you're talking, yeah. So I'd ask you, okay, which law school did you attend?
why don't you ask the questions when you walk up instead of being a tough guy?
Because
you have a gun and a badge on
No,
and
because,
threatening people
listen,
with arrest and being obnoxious.
She
Yeah.
had a reason to ID you, and
No,
that's
she
what
does
was
not.
doing.
She had no lawful reason
Well,
I did.
If they threatened you with arrest, you would have been arrested by now.
I'm gonna back her play with very limited
You can
information, right?
back up her play whatever you want.
They want you trespassed.
She made a mistake.
Okay.
No, she didn't.
So are you gonna sue the liquor store too?
I'm gonna sue. Yeah, I'm not gonna sue anybody. My attorneys are.
Oh, okay.
Actually, she did make a mistake. She should have arrested you.
U.S. Marshal, Fugitive Task Force. Really? Wow. What are we
Okay,
doing now, there, officer?
you guys should start taking warrants on these guys. You got their information. He's going to
Good.
sue you.
Are you releasing me from detainment, or what are you doing?
He's no longer detained.
A clown. Asshole.
Okay, that's disorderly conduct right there.
Yeah, they just realized they fucked up. That's what their problem is.
Okay, this is disorderly conduct. Okay. He files a complaint, of course.
This is Coeur d'Alene Police again. Hey, I told you I'd call you back. A few things. It looks like we talked on the phone, the manager of the liquor store doesn't want you inside the store. So as long as you can adhere to that, that'd be great. And like we talked, the property itself is state-owned and public property. So they can tell you to stay out of the store, and it sounds like they don't want you inside the store. Secondly is the complaints against our officers, and I reviewed the body camera footage and I see your concerns. Although since you have spoken about filing a complaint through your attorney and getting your legal counsel involved, I'm actually no longer able to talk to you about that or discuss this incident with you. So it would be up to your attorney to contact our legal department.
Okay, and he's correct. Okay, the policeman did not go to law school, so he doesn't know the difference between government property and public property, but he is correct about one thing. Since there is a lawsuit that is pending, according to your threats, Jason Gutter Trash, then, he can't discuss the case with you anymore. So it's out of his hands. It's going to be, okay, that lawyer that you hire, he's not going to be cheap. So even if you do get a settlement, that lawyer should get the lion's share. And I don't think you're going to have a problem finding a lawyer that's going to be willing to take your money.